Hi, I'm a Sand Recap, and this is a movie to get. The Matrix 1999. Neo, a computer hacker, is led to a sinister underground world by a beautiful stranger, where he learns the shocking truth. The life he knows is the elaborate deception of an evil cyber intelligence.
It exists now only as part of a neural interactive simulation.
The title, The Matrix, appears after the green, cascading code fills the screen. A text message appears on the screen when the phone rings. Opt to call trans, received. February 19, 98, 13:24 and 18 seconds rec, log is Trinity and Cypher, two free humans, converse. A table of random green numbers is being scanned and individual numbers are selected, creating a sequence of digits similar to a typical phone number, as if a code is being deciphered or a call is being traced. Trinity talks about a person she doesn't know. Trinity is made fun of by Cypher, who says that although she enjoys watching him, they will have to kill him. In response, Trinity asserts, Morpheus says he may be the one. The sound of a number being selected also alerts Trinity to the possibility that someone is tracing their call. She calls it quits. In the heart of the city hotel, armed policemen move down a dim, decaying hallway with their flashlight beam bouncing just ahead of them. When they get to room 303, they kick down the door to find a black woman standing away from them. Trinity, is it? At their instruction, she raises her hands from the laptop she is working on. Three agents in neatly pressed black suits appear from a car outside the hotel. Agents Smith, Brown, and Jones are their names. Agent Smith and the police lieutenant in charge argue. The policeman is reminded by Agent Smith that they were specifically instructed to contact the agents first for their protection. This is dismissed by the lieutenant, who asserts that they can handle one little girl and that he has 2 units bringing her down right now. Agent Smith's response is, Lieutenant, no, your soldiers have already died. Inside, Trinity uses fighting and evasion strategies that appear to defy gravity to easily defeat the 6 police officers sent to capture her. She doesn't know how she calls Morpheus to let him know that the line has been found. She is informed by Morpheus that she must make it to another exit and that agents are approaching her. Trinity and an agent leap inexplicably from one building to the next during a fierce rooftop chase, shocking the police officers who were left behind. Trinity bravely leaps through a small window and across an alley. She makes it to a street-level public phone booth after temporarily losing her pursuers. The phone starts ringing. A garbage truck driven by Agent Smith careens toward the phone booth as she approaches it. Trinity rushes to the phone in a last-ditch effort, picking it up just as the truck is about to smash the booth into a brick wall. At the truck's front, the 3 agents meet up again. The wreckage contains no human remains. She left, one observes. The opposing party asserts, the informant is real. The other responds, his name is Neo. We have the name of their next target. Thomas Anderson, also known as Neo, a hacker with sallow features and thick black hair, is asleep at his monitor. As he sleeps, notices about a search for a man named Morpheus appear on his screen. A series of text messages suddenly appear on Neo's screen. Neo, get up. You are in the Matrix. Take the White Rabbit's lead. Then, as he reads the text, knock, knock, Neo, someone knocks on the door of his 101st floor apartment. Neo gives a group of ravers a counterfeit disc hidden in a copy of a simulacra and simulation. Neo declines the lead raver's request to join them until he notices a tattoo of a small white rabbit on the shoulder of a pretty girl in the group. Neo stands by himself at a rave bar while his friends continue to party. Trinity comes up to him and says hello. Neo knows her by name. She had broken into the IRS database and was a well-known hacker. She informs him that they are watching him, that he is in great danger, and that she is aware that he is looking for answers, particularly to the most crucial question, how does the Matrix work? The recurrent blare of Neo's alarm clock replaces the bar's pulsating music. He is running late for work at 9:18. The agents confront Neo in an interrogation room. He has been on their radar for some time. He juggles 2 lives. Neo, a computer hacker guilty of virtually every computer crime we have a law for, has 2 identities. One is Thomas A. Anderson, a Metacortex software engineer, and the other is Neo. In exchange for amnesty, Agent Smith asks him to assist them in capturing Morpheus, a terrorist who is thought to be dangerous. Neo asks for his phone call after giving them the finger. If Mr. Smith is unable to speak, what good is a phone call? Neo observes that his lips have merged. The agents throw him on the interrogation table in a panic and insert a bug-like shrimp-like probe into his stomach through his navel. Neo is informed that the pill he took was part of a trace program to disrupt his input-output carrier signal so that they can locate him as the rest of Morpheus's crew straps him into a chair. Next to Neo is a broken mirror that miraculously repairs itself. Neo looks at it. As Morpheus' crew tries to find something on the monitors all around them, Neo touches the surface, and and the silver starts to seep into his skin and surround him. He is completely covered, the silver fluid moves down his throat, and he goes black. Neo finally awakens, covered in his clothes and sporting a short tuft of hair on his head. When Morpheus enters the room, he pulls a connector from deep within his arm and reaches for the large socket on the back of his neck. "What is this location?" Neo inquires. Morpheus responds, "You believe it is the year 1999, when in fact it is closer to the year 2199. The more important question is when," he says. Morpheus continues by stating that they truly do not know the date. He shows Neo around his aging, battered hovercraft, the Nebuchadnezzar. Trinity and the rest of Morpheus' crew are introduced to Neo, 𝐓𝐚𝐠𝐬, a man with long black hair that flows freely, Switch, Cypher, Dozer and Tank, two imposing brothers, and Mouse, a young, lean man. Morpheus is straight to the point. He leads him to a chair and says, "You wanted to know about the Matrix." Trinity secures Neo in it after he settles in. The back of Neo's skull has a socket that a long probe is inserted into. After that, Morpheus shows Neo the world as it is now, a charred, desolate void filled with burned-out buildings, black earth, and a shrouded sky. Neo demands release from the construct as a result of his fervent rejection of this information. On the hovercraft, he is back in the chair. He fights to escape this harsh reality as the crew remove the spike at the back of his head, but he ends up vomiting on the floor and passing out. A jump application is launched. Now, in a typical city skyline, both men are standing on one of several tall buildings. When Morpheus tells Neo that he needs to clear his mind, he leaps from one building to the next effortlessly but impossible. Neo tries to follow him with nervousness but fails to leap, plummeting to the ground below. With blood in his mouth, Neo awakens in the Nebuchadnezzar once more. He states, "I thought it wasn't real." Morpheus replied, "It becomes real in your mind. Therefore, you die here if you die in the Matrix." The mind cannot exist without the body, Morpheus asserts, highlighting the simulation's very real risk. Trinity brings Neo dinner later, as he is sound asleep. Cypher makes the observation outside of his room that Trinity never brought him dinner. He asks Trinity why Morpheus hasn't taken Neo to see the Oracle yet, if Neo is the one. He'll take him when he's ready, according to Trinity. Nebuchadnezzar is on the lookout. They see a holographic representation of a squiddy, a sentinel for search and destruction, who is following them. They shut off the power and place the ship in a massive sewer system. Tank is at the ready switch for an EMP, or electromagnetic pulse, which is the only real weapon that humans have against machines. The crew can see two squid dice searching for the ship, but they move on. The rest of the crew, on the other hand, is struggling to finish the oatmeal gruel they're eating in the real-world dining room of Nebuchadnezzar. Mouse considers the mistakes that the machines may have made in their attempts to accurately reproduce sensations like the taste of chicken. They allowed everything to taste like it because they didn't know what it tasted like. Morpheus announces during the meal that he will be taking Neo to see the Oracle. The Matrix is hijacked by Morpheus, Trinity, Neo, 𝐓𝐚𝐠𝐬, Switch, Mouse, and Cypher. Cypher secretly dumps his phone in the trash as they leave a warehouse. Neo asks Trinity if she has seen the Oracle while driving to the Oracle. Trinity responds that she has, but when asked specifically what the Oracle told her, she declines to provide an answer. The real Mouse dies in the chair after spitting blood back at Nebuchadnezzar. Morpheus is found lying face down on the tile at the end of a fierce struggle with Agent Smith. The police unit is brought in by Agent Smith to beat him with their batons. If he's dead, how can he be the one? He asks. He keeps pushing Trinity, asking her if she thinks Neo is the one. Yes, she replies. Cypher responds, no. However, when he sees Tank still alive and wielding the weapon Cypher had used on him, his reaction is one of incredulity. Cypher is fried by Tank using the electrical device. When Brown and Jones enter the interrogation room, they find Smith still holding Morpheus' head in his hands. As the others inform Smith of the downstairs attack, he displays an embarrassed and confused expression. They are aware of the humans' efforts to rescue Morpheus. A helicopter pilot is yelling Mayday from the roof as Trinity and Neo eliminate the soldiers there. The pilot is taken over by Agent Brown, who appears behind Neo. The agent dodges several shots from Neo and pulls his own weapon. I knew it, Tank declares on the ship. He is the one. They quickly locate the phone booth in the subway, where Morpheus emerges from the Matrix. A wino observes this. Through the wino, Agent Smith tracks them down on the rooftop and takes his body. Smith has already taken another body and emerges from the train doors as Neo tries to climb the stairs. The Sentinels have made their way to the Nebuchadnezzar. The ship is being torn apart by them. Neo returns to the heart of the city hotel in the Matrix. He is directed to room 303 by Tank. He is literally being chased by the agents. The ship's hull is breached by the Sentinels. Inside, they are. Trinity, who is sitting in the chair next to Neo's body, begs him to hurry. Neo's vital signs cease to exist on the ship. It can't be, Morpheus asserts. The others are instructed to check Neo by Agent Smith. One person replies, "He's gone." Smith concludes, "Goodbye, Mr. Anderson." The majority of the hovercraft is beginning to be destroyed by the Sentinel's lasers. Trinity crouches over his decomposing body. The ship now has all of the Sentinels aboard. They are directly above Morpheus and Trinity. Neo sprints to the room's ringing phone once more in the Matrix. Morpheus is compelled to use the EMP. He does, and the Sentinels stop moving and fall to the ground. Neo has returned. He gives Trinity a kiss. The display is blank. There is a command prompt. Opt to call trans, received. September 18, 99 14:32 and 21 seconds rec, log carrier anomaly, followed by trace program, running a message stating system failure appears as the numbers grid appears once more. Neo's voice hangs over everything. "I'm aware that you're outside. Now I can feel you. You're afraid of us, as far as I can tell. You don't like change. I don't know what lies ahead. I didn't come to tell you how this will end. I was just here. I came to tell you how things will start. I'm going to hang up on you and show these people what you don't want them to see after I hang up on this phone. I will demonstrate to them a world without you. A world devoid of boundaries and regulations and controls. A world in which anything is conceivable. I'll let you decide where we go from there."